John, can you turn that light on above the, just right where the stairs are, where the stairs come to the top there? Thank you. If you just got here, we are doing numbers. If you'd get a number, a bid number there at the office, and we've got catalogs on all the cattle as well. So just go to the office and get a bid number. If you don't want to, they're going to take your email addresses down too. So then if there's anything else with cow sales or that, we can email you stuff if you want. But if you'd get a number there at the office, a bid number, and they will give you a catalog too. Just got here. Get a number there at the office if you would. They got catalogs on all the cattle. We're going to be starting shortly. As soon as our clerk gets here, we'll get ready to roll. All right, go get them. Get us. Don, we got her set right up in the middle for you. Doug here? Good. Well, I'd like to welcome you all to the sale. We're going to do our best, fellas. I appreciate you coming out. We're going to be online. It's going to take a little bit of time. I'm sure you've been to some other purebred sales and that, but due to the restrictions and that, what we have, but you can see we're spaced out good. We're doing our part. We got our wash stations. Business isn't going to shut down, in my opinion. We're going to keep rolling, and glad to have you all here. So it's going to be a good sale. But we've got some tremendous sets of cattle. I think it's as good a cattle sale, bred sale, as we've had, fellas. There's some tremendous herds, some old-time herds. There's one herd of cows in here that have been selling here since my grandfather even started to open the market here. So there's reputation cattle and good cattle. So you can bid with confidence. And I'll tell you what, I think these bred cattle are going to get higher and higher. The feeds around there, they're predicting these calves in the next 2 years to move up and up. It's got best time you could get in cattle. Interest rates are low, lots of feed, and the calves are selling darn good. So with that, we're going to get them in, and we're going to start with this tremendous herd of heifers. These are the Marcinek heifers coming right now, fellas. Trevor and Jenna Marcinek. Where's Trevor at? Trevor, where are you at? Right up here. Stand up and give him a wave there. He's a great cattleman. He's got all these bred heifers in here, fellas. He's going to a black herd in February. He's got his cows coming in April. He's going to have all blacks, and that's why the reds are here today, and they are as good a set of red cattle as you can get, fellas. He has been in cattle forever. He was a brand inspector for a long time. He just knows good cattle and runs great operations, and a shot to buy these type of cattle is unbelievable. Are they there, Grant? Let them in. These are select cattle, boys. They're all palpated, everything done before them. These 40 head were selected out of 200 head of heifers, so you know you're buying the biggest, strong, best ones. These pick quad ones. They've got the big pelvises, fellas. They got the style. They got what you're looking here, fellas. And heifer calves, just like here, we sold Robbie Sievertson's heifer calves on Wednesday. They outsold all the steers. They brought $1,500 a piece for heifer calves, and they look just like these, only a year younger. Here's a chance to get in on the ground floor. These cows are going to make you nothing but money. Now, these heifers here have all had their Express 5 on them, fellas. They're Express verified. They're long range with Covex Plus. They've had their first Scour Boss shot on them. Now, they're bred to Black Angus bulls. They were out for only 60 days. They're going to start calving February the 1st. Bulls are pulled, they're quiet, they're big, they're strong, they're right. We come to sell some good cattle today, guys. Here's the time to do it and put them in your herd and own some good ones. You tell me who come to buy them. Here's the Marcinek heifers. The first pen in the ring is 908. 908 on them, boys. You tell me. Who's got 3,000 and started? We should be. 3,000, 25. At 2,500, going to be fine. 22, going to be 2,000. At 2,000, to 21, going to be 1, 2, 1. At 2,000, to 21, 2, going to be 2, 3. Need your 3, going to be 2, 3. At 23, 24, need your 4, 4, going to be 3, 4. At 23, but the 4, need your 4, 4, going to be 4, 5. At 24, 25, going to be 4, going to be 5, 5, going to be 5. Now 6, 25, 600. At 25, 26, they're going to get a lot higher as we go. 26, 7. At 26, and now 7, need your 7, 7, going to be 7, 7, 8, 8, going to be 8, 2,800. At 27, now 8, need your 8, give me 7.5. 7.5 of the good ones. At 27, I'm going to be 7.5. At 27, 7 and 90 to have, you want to have the first group's the best. All their shots and done right. 27.5. 27.5. At 27, 7 and 9, you want to have, boys. 27 going to be 750. At 2,700, you want to have, your man up here. 2,700 to be 7.5. 27 bid. One time. Quiet and good. You'll give me 7.5. You want them? They go your way, Danny. 2,700. Katona's 27. Thank you, Gary. Look at here, boys. If those don't make cows, I don't know what would. Pen 910. 910. Nikki, if you need time, you holler at me over there. All right, boys. Have a here, and what do you want to start them and go? I don't want to take too long, fellas. They're good heifers, though. Everything done right. And I like how he's pulled them bulls. You know you're just going to calve them for 60 days, boys. They're going to run out. They're going to do nothing but good for you. There's a set there, fellas. And what do you want? Everything you could do to make replacement. This man has done it. Aren't those good cows? Those cows will stay in good shape all the time and bring home the big calves. Where do you want to start them and go? They should bring 3,000, boys. They should bring over it. Give me 3,000. Let's start them. At 3,000 to 328. At 2,800 going to be 8. Fine. Need your 5. Going to be 5. Well, give me that 2,000. Let's go. At 2,000 to 21. Going to be 1, 1, 2, 2. Going to be 2, 21, 2. At 21 to 2. Need your 2, 2. Going to be 2, 21 and down 2. Going to be 1, 2, 2, 3. At 22, 3 and a 4 and a 4. Going to be 3. Ma'am. Going to be 4. Need 4. That's 4, 5. At 24, 25. Fritz going to be fine to 6. 2,600. At 26 and now 7 to 7 to 7. 26, 7. At 26 and now 7 to 7. Need 7. They're going to get higher. At 2,600. That's a select set. At 26 bid. 2,700. Give me 6.5, Fritz. 6.5. At 2,600, 650. At 2,600, 6.9. Going to be 6.5 to 7. At 2,700, need 7. Need 7.5. At 27, 7. You want to add 27.5. At 27, you want to add, boys, 7.5. Quiet, select, and right as rain. At 2,700, 27.5. Do you want them at a half? You're out in the phone. At 2,700, going to be 750. You want them at 7.5. 27 going to be 7.5. 2,700 bid 7.5. Sold them in here at 2,700, and I should know it. Harvey's, thank you. 168. Harvey's by Scott and Carey. Thank you, guys. Big cattle operation down there. Have a great bull sale every year, fellas. Super cattlemen, them Harveys, and do a great job for the industry. Thank you very much to the Harveys. We're going to go to pen 912 right now. 912, fellas. And I can't talk enough on them, fellas. If you're looking for bred heifers, when you come back with a Charolais bull or a black bull, get those black baldies or big tans or put a red baldy on them and come back again, fellas. They're the kind of heifers you want to have, and they're going to make you nothing but money. And you're going to see this thing keep moving up, fellas. The calf thing has never been better. When you see these calves start getting higher late in the year like this, you know next year they're going to be even higher. Here's a chance to buy the cow and get the whole factory right there. They should bring 3,000. 3 and go. 25. 2,000, let's start them. 221. At 21, 21, 2. At 21, 22, 22, 2. Going to be 2, 22, 3. At 23, 24. 24, 25. At 25, 2,600. At 2,600, be 26, 7. At 26, 27, 77, 6 and a half. Let's go and put the set together. At 26 and a half, just like your other one. 6 and a half, 7. At 27, Harvey's, do you want them at 7? At 20, give me 675. 2675 for you. Keep the herd together. 675. 675, now 7. Now 7. Don't quit on them. Give me 27, Fritz. 27. At 2675 and 7. At 27, you want them at 7, boys. You want them at 7. At 2700, you want them at 7. 675 and 7. Man, that's a good set of heifers. How can you hold back? At 2675. Who's got 27? Are we all done? At 27, you want them at 7. They go to the Harveys. 2675. 168, the buyer number. Big, powerful reds, boys. Look at them. Pen 914. 914 if you're following along. Are those for big heifers, fellas? That's the kind there that'll make the mother cows fancy, right as rain and ready to go. Who's got 3,500 in those? We should have started with this set. 35, 3,000. At 3,000 to 325, going to be 5, going to be 5, 2,000. At 2,000 to 25, 25, 21, 2. At 23, bid to 4, to 5, to 6, 25, 2,600. At 25, 26, now 6, it's going to be 6, 25, 2,600. At 25 now, 6 now, 77 now, 8, 8, going to be 878. At 27, Harvey's at 8, 8, 8, going to be 88, 28, 7 and a half. At 2,700, bid 7, I need a half. The top set of the day. At 2,700, bid 7, I need a 1 and a half. I got the young fella at 7, I need a half. At 2,700, bid 7, I need a 1 and a half. 7 and a quarter. Give me 2,800. I need to advance the bidding. At 2,700. Right? 7 and a quarter. Got hit 7 there. I need 7 and a quarter on them all, or 2,800, and I'll pull the one out. 27 bid 7 and a quarter. Hit 2,700 bid 7 and a quarter. Hit 2,700 bid 7 and a quarter. Do you want them at a quarter? Now half. 27 and a half. Hit 27 and a quarter. 7. I'm going to be 7 and a half. Let's do it. You're not in, sir. 27 and a half. 75. Hit 75. Harvey's going to be 75. You know they're going to do 75. Hit 27 and a half. 75. You want them at 75. 27 and a half. 75. 75. Sold them 27.50. 165. Matichuk? Is that how you pronounce it? Matechuk, is that how it is? Matchuk? Matichuk? Trevor Matichuk. Thank you, Trevor. We're moving down the line. It's going to be pen 916, boys. We'll be through them. And here's a set. Look at the hair coat, the style. They got some stretch. You're going to throw those calves. It'll grow, boys. And the feedlots will love to buy them. There's a set there, boys. Where do you want to start them? Big, strong heifers. 3,000. At 3,000 to 328. Going to be 8. Fine. Need your 5. Fine. Going to be fine. Need 5. At 2,500 bid to fine. 22. Going to be 2. 2,000. At 2 bid to 21. 22 to 3. 3. Going to be 3. 22. 3. At 22 bid to 3. Need your 3. 3. Going to be 3. 22. 3. Katone, I need 3. At 22. 23 to 4. To 4. Going to be 4. Going to be 5, going to be 4, 5. At 25, 2,600 now, 6 now, 6, 5 down, 6, 21, 6, 7. At 26, 27, need 7, 6 and a half, 7. At 2,700, going to be 7, you want them at 7. It's going to be 7, need 7, you want them at 7. At 26 and a half, now 7, you want them at 7. 2,700, 26 and a half, 675. Now 7. Now 7, Katona 7. 27. 675, 7. At 2,700, you want them at 7. What a set there. At 2675, now 7. Now 7, going to be 7. You want them at 787. Sold the heifers, 2675. Fritz buys. Thank you, Doug. Good set of heifers. Man, those are good ones. And they're quick, quiet, and nice as rain, boys. A good set there. We're moving down the line. Boy, I put a good bull on them, fellas. Big, good. White faces on them, fellas. I like that bull. A little shot of Simi in him. You come back, put a Simmental bull, an Angus bull, a Charolais bull, whatever you want. Limos, fellas, these would turn over with any cow going, and they've had all their shots. Their first scour guard's been given to them. They're hand-picked out of 200 head. What a great opportunity to buy heifers and right at your back door. Who's got 3,500? 3,000. 3 and go. At 3,000 going to be 3, 2,500 to go. At 2,500 going to be 5, going to be 5. Give me that 2,000 to do it. At 2,021. At 2,000 to 21 going to be 1, going to be 1. 21 need your 1, you do 1, need 1. At 2,021, 2 to 2 going to be 1, going to be 2, need 2. Then the good heifers 2,200. At 21 down 2, need your 2, 2 going to be 2, you want to now 2, 21, 2. At 2,200 you want about 1, 2. At 2,200 you want about 2, 2,200. At 22 need 2, 2 going to be 2, 1 and a half. At 2,100 going to be 150. Now 2, now half. At 22 and a half. At 2 and a half. Now 3, now 3, now 3 need 3. At 3 need your 3, 3 going to be 3, 22 and a half. Now 3. At 3 to want about 3, 3 and a half. 23 and a half. Now 4. At 2,400 going to be 44. Big, strong, good heifers 24. At 23 and a half to 4. Give me 375. 2375. Would you do it? 375. Quiet, select, and good. 375. At 2350, 75. You want to bet 75. Are we all done? At 350, 75. You want to bet 75. Sold the heifers. Fritz buys 2350. Good eye. Ooh, boys, here we go here. Look at here. Big, strong. 5 of them in the ring again. Man, I like that Simmental influence in them a little bit, boys. There is some good ones there. Where do you want to start them? 35, 3,000. At 3,000 to 3. Select out of the top group, boys. 3,000. At 3,000 to 3. 28, 8. Going to be 88. Give me 5. At 2,500 to 5. I'm going to be fine. 2,200. You want to bet 2? 2. Give me 2,000. At 2,000 to 2. To 21. Going to be 1. 21. At 2,000 to 21. You're 1. 1 going to be 1. 2,100 going to be 1. Need 1. You want to bet 1. At 2,000 to 21. Going to be 1, 1 going to be 1. I need 1. At 2,000, 2,100 going to be 1. Do you want about 1? 2,100. At 2,000 to 21, need 1. 2,050. At 2,000, you want to now 50 going to be 50. You want about 50. At 2,000 now 50, you want to now 50 going to be 50. Boys, you want about 50 now 50. Where are you at? 2,050 to 21. At 21, need 1 and a half. At 21 and a half, 2. At 2,200 going to be 2. Need 2. Now 2. Do you want about 2? Where do you find them? 2,200. Here's the buy. At 21 and a half, Katona give me 2,200. At 2,200, you want about 2. Need 2. Right from that select herd. At 21 and a half. 2,200. 2,200. What do you think? 20. Look how quiet and good they are. All their shots, scour bossed up, ready to go. And I'm at 21 and a half. 2,200. 2,200. 22 and a half. 22 and a half. 23. 23 and a half. 23 and a half. Give me 3 1/4. For you, John, 3 1/4. We won't get them any cheaper on that kind of cattle. 23 1/4. At 2,300, you want them at 1/4. At 2,300, going to be 3 1/4. You want them at 1/4. 23, all done, going to be 3 1/4. 23 1/4. They go to Elliott's up in the top. 2,300. John, for you, give those to Sue. She'll like those ones better. 928. 928. We got the 2 boys. Look at here. A little bit of Hereford back in these. Look at how quiet they are and move around. If you just needed to, look at how square hip they are. When Trevor selected them out there is a beautiful pair of heifers. They'll have those big buff-colored calves when you sell them, fellas. They'll ring the bell. Who's got 3,500? 3,000. At 3,000 to 3,2,500, going to be 5. Going to be 5. Give me that 2,000 and go. At 2,000 now 2 to 21. At 2,000 to 21, need your 1. 1 going to be 1. Need 1. 21. At 2,000 now 21. Do you want about 1? Need 1. 21. At 2,000 to 21, going to be 1. 1 going to be 1. Do you want about 1? 2,100 and 2. At 2,100 and 2 to 2 going to be 2. Need 2. 1 and a half. At 2,100 going to be 150. Do you want about 150? 21 and a half. At 2,100, you want about 150? 150. Who's got 21 1/4? Right on those select Marcinek heifers at 2,100, 21 1/4, at 21 1/4, 21 and a half, 175, 175 2, 22 1/4, 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 2 and a half, 75, 275 3, 23, 23 1/4, 23 1/4, at 23 1/4, they're quiet, they're good, at 2,300, 3 1/4, need your 1/4, boys, you want them at 1/4, at 2,300, all done, going to be 1/4, you want them at 1/4, and I have 23 1/4, I sold them up top, they go to the Elliott's at 2,300, good eye, John, 2,300.
Let's thank Trevor for that.
You bet. Thank you, Trevor, great set of cattle right there. We're pulling into the Copeland cattle, boys. Look at here for a set. He's got 15 of these fancy good black heifers, and they are second to none. They're bred to low birth weight bulls. All right, boys. They're bred to low birth weight calving East Simmental bull from the Beechners fellows. They'll calve like a dream on him, boys. He's a bull that is in an embryo calf out of one of the top red donors, so they'll have that birth weight nailed down on him. He's a solid red bull with an 84-pound birth weight, fellas. They are bred for March 1st, calving on there, fellas. And the bull was only out for 75 days. They've had Bova Shield, Gold, 8-way, Ivamect, ready to go. All right, boys, have it here and where do you want to start them and go? Have it here and where do you want to start them and go? Who's got 3,000? 3,000. At 3,000 to 3 and a 28, 8 going to be 8, fine, either 5, going to be fine, 25 going to be fine, 5, 2,021. At 2,000 to 21 to 2 going to be 2 to 3 to 4. At 23, 24 going to be 4, 4 going to be 3, 4. At 2,300 to 40, want to bid 40, 40, 40, want to bid 3, 4, 3.5, 4, 5. At 24, no 5 going to be 4, going to be fine, you want to bid 5. At 2,400 to 5 down the black ball, he's 25. At 24, 5, 4 and a half. At 24, 50. At 2,400, you want to bid 4, 50, 24 and a half. Good, quiet, and big. 24 and a half, 25. 2,500, 25. You're not going to find them. At 24 and a half, 2,500, you want to bid find 5. At 2,500, 25 and a half. At 25 and a half, 2,600. At 25 and a half, 2,600, now 60, you want to bid 60, 575. At 25.75, now 600. At 26, Morgan, 600, 2,600, a good quiet set, 2,600. At 26 and a quarter. At 2,600, 6 and a quarter, do you want to bid a quarter? 26 quarter. At 26 and a quarter and a half, 26 and a half. At 26 and a quarter, Kyle, your man's out. Does he want him at a half? At 26 and a quarter, and Walker Mojo, you want him at a half? At the good Copeland Heifers, 26 and a half. 26 and a quarter, all going to be 6 and a half. Do you want them at 80 and a half? 6 and a half. Sold them, they're gone. 26 and a quarter. Pisco, thank you, Pisco's. 26 and a quarter. Go to Delburn on that good set. Man, those are nice heifers. We're pulling into 5 more of them.
614, 614 for Pisco.
Ooh, those are good-looking heifers. Man, I do like them. Black baldy time, fellas. They've had it all done right and ready to go. Bova Shield Gold, 8-way, and boys, those good black heifers will make cows. And where do you want to start them and go? 3,000. At 3,000 to 3 and a 28, 8 going to be 8, 5 to 5, 5 going to be fine, 25 going to be fine, going to be 2,200, and away we go. At 2,200 going to be 2, 3. At 22 and a 3 and a 3 going to be 2, going to be 3, 22, 3. At 22 and a half, now 3 going to be 3, 3 going to be 3, 3 Pisco's at 3. At 23 and a half, I'm going to be on to 4 to 4, need 4. At 23 and a half, 4, do you want to bid 4, need 4. I got Morgan's at 3 and a half, I need 4. At 2,400, you want to bid 4, 24, you want to bid 375. At 23 and a half, now 75, you want to bid 75. At 23.50, 75, you want to bid 75. What a set of heifers. At 23.50, there is a buy. 23.75. You're going to see them get higher every sale, boys. At 23.50, 375, you want to bid 75 and a 4. At 24, 4 and a quarter. At 24 and a quarter on the internet, you're out 24 and a quarter. At 2,400, 4 quarter, do you want to bid a quarter and a quarter? 24 and a quarter. At 2,400, 4 and a quarter, are we all done? Quarter half. At 24 and a quarter, now I'm going to be 4 half. At 24 and a quarter, I'll give you the time to 24 and a half. At 24 and a quarter, one time going to be 4 and a half. 24 and a half. What do you think? Do you want them at a half? 24 and a half, 4 and a quarter, all going to be 4 and a half. 4 and a half. Sold them on the internet. 24 and a quarter. Hodges, Devin Hodge buys. Thank you. Hodge, your buyer. Boys, those are big heifers there. And quiet. Well, that's my style of cowboys. If I had to pick cows to go, and that's the kind I'd want right there, fellas. You could come back with any kind of bull you want, and you'd top the market anywhere. They're going to be easy keepers, a little shot of really make them milk. That is 3 tremendous heifers right there. I'd like 3,000, boys. There's a select set. 3 and go. 2,500. 25, 22, let's start them. 22, 23. At 2,200 to 3, going to be 383. At 22, 23, going to be 3 to 1 them now. 3 at 22 and a half. At 2,200, going to be 2 and a half. Going to be 2 and a half. You want them at 2 and a half. At 2,200, going to be 250, man. 2 and a half. At 2,200, going to be 250. Want them 2, going to be 2 and a half. 2 and a half. You want them at a half. At 2,200, going to be 250. Are we all done at 2,200? 22 and a half. A nice select pick. At 2,200, 250. At 2,200, you want them at 2, going to be 2 and a half. 2 and a quarter. At 2,200 and a quarter. You want them at a quarter and a half. At 22 and a half, going to be 2 and a quarter. 2 and a half. You're not in, Kyle. 22 and a half. At 22 and a quarter. 251 and now 50. There's a buy. At 22 and a quarter. 251 and now 50. 250, 75. At 275, need 75 to 75 to 3. At 23 and a quarter. John, going to be 3 and a quarter. At 23 and a quarter. Do you want them at a quarter? Put them in the load. 3 and a quarter. At 2,300, 3 and a quarter. Quiet, big, and right. Give me 3 and a quarter, and I'll take all the blame. At 2,300, you want them at 3 and a quarter. They're quiet. Give you anybody want them at a quarter. 23 and a quarter. Do you want them at a quarter? They go your way, Kyle. 2,300, 157. He's buying them on order. Highsteads. He's getting them for Highstead. Thank you. He'll like them.
617, 617, for Kyle.
Two more, boys. Dark reds and good ones and ready to go, boys, with these good heifers again. They're going to start calving in there. And March the 1st on them. Look at the frame, the bone, the style. They got it all, boys. Two good reds. You need some good ones. They're quiet. You can see he's trimmed them up and got them ready for the day. Where do you want to start them and go? 3,000. At 3,000 to 3 and 28. Going to be 8. 2,500. You want them at 5. At 2,500 to 2. Going to be 2,000. Going to be 2,000. Let's start them. At 2,021. At 21 2. At 21 to 2. Need 2. I got 1 at 2. Do you want a 1.5? At 2,100, John, you want a 1.5? 21 going to be 150. At 2,100, they're going to 1.5 to 2. To 2 going to be 2. Need 2. At 21.5 to 2. 175. You want a bit 75. At 21.50, 175. Select heifers, boys. Now 22. Now quarter. 2 1/4 our internet. 22 1/4. At 2,200, 2 1/4, 2.5. 22 1/2, 275. 75 3. Now 3 1/4. 3 1/4. 3 1/2. 23 1/2. At 23 1/4. 3 1/2 internet. You want them at a half. At 23 1/4. 350. 1 now 50. Now 75. 375. They're just two and they're good ones. 375. Now 4. At 2,400 going to be 4 internet. You want them at 4. At 2,400. 375 to 4. Do you want them at 4? 2,400 1/4. At 24 1/4. 2,400. You want them at a quarter and I have. Do you want them at a quarter? 24 1/4. They go to the internet at 2,400. Dick Vanderbrink here at Innisfail. Thank you. Thank you, Dick. All right, we're moving through them, fellas. Here's a herd that I was talking to you about earlier. This is the Tenant. Victor Tenant here, fellas. As long as this auction market has been open, he's been one of the customers here, and we value him greatly, fellas. He's got his complete dispersal here on these cows. His complete dispersal. And when he sells his calves, everybody wants his heifer calves, and the order buyers love his steer calves. He's been in the business for years and years and years. Here is a top set of cows right here out of a great herd dispersal, and they are right as rain in every way, fellas. You want true dispersals? I couldn't stand behind this set of cows any better, fellas. They're going to start calving in March the 29th is when they're going to start calving, and they're bred as good a black bulls that there's ever been around. You want big baldy cows? You want them right? You want them to know how to do it? There's a set, boys. Will walk with any cows going. I'd like 3,000 and start up. 3 and go. 2,500 who come to buy the good cows. Herd dispersal. At 2,500 going to be fine. Need fine. 25, 22. At 2,200 going to be 2,000 roll. At 2,000 to 2 going to be 2 going to be 18, 19. At 1,800 to 19 going to be 19, 2. Did you 2 to 2 to 2. At 1,900 to 2 come with that good cows. You want them at 2,000. At 19 and 2 no 21. Need 1, 21, 2. At 21, 2 no 3 no 3 going to be 2 going to be 3. 2.5. At 2,200 2 no 3 3 going to be 3 going to be 3. 275 Harold at 22.75 at 22.50 275. You want them at 75 275 at 22.50 now 75 men. You want them at 75 22.75. You pardon me? They raise good calves at 22.50 275 22.75. I love them at 22.50 275. Anybody want them at 75? Are we done? At 22.50 275. Need 75 boys. You want them at 75 275. Sold them your way 22.50. Biggs buys. Thank you, Jay. 22.50.
164. Bo Biggs.
Bo.
Bo Biggs.
Thank you, Bo. That is a tremendous set of cows. He just had a little herd, but he's an older gentleman now, fellas, and he had to sell them health things and that, or these cows would he'd still be calving them. He loves his cattle, fellas, and they're good cows, and they're cows that'll work for you. Aren't they made like cows? Look how good flat top they are and stuff. The man knew cattle, and he knew how to put good ones together, and he's had them his whole life. What a set of genetics these cows will carry, boys. 6 in the ring right now. I'd like 3,000. At 3,000 to 3 to 28, going to be 8, fine, 25, going to be fine. Give me that 2,000, we'll roll the ball. At 2,000 to 2, going to be 2. Well, Harold, give me 18. At 1,800, but no 18, going to be 18, 19. At 18, 19, 2. At 1,900 to 2, Harold, going to be 2. Need 2, 19 and a half, 19, going to be 19 and a half. At 1,900, Harold, need to have 19, going to be 19 and a half, 2. At 2,000, now hand 2,050, want now 50. At 2,050, need 50. Harold going to be 50, need 50, 21. At 2,100, going to be 1. Biggs going to be 1, need 1, 21. At 2,000, 20 down, 21, going to be 1, 1 going to be 1. Do you want about 1, need 1.5. At 21, you get 1.5. At 2,100, bid 150. Do you want about 1.5. 21 going to be 150. At 2,100, bid 1.5, 1 1/4. At 2,100, bid 1 1/4. Do you want about a quarter? 21 going to be 1 1/4. 2,100, 21 1/4. Do you want about a quarter to quarter? The cows go the same way. 2,100. Good eye.
That one, they're going to Jay this
They're going to Jay this time, all right. Jay on this group. Pen them separate. Yeah. We could have started with this set. Aren't those good black cows? When they talk black cattle, that's cows to me, boys. They would look so good in your herd, those cows. Good, big, good hoos on them. Nice udders, fellas. Beautiful set of cows. Who's got 3,000? 3 and go. 28. 2,500, 25. Give me 2,000. Close the gate. At 2,000 bid to 2. Do you want to now 2? Going to be 2, 18, 19. At 18 bid to 19. Going to be 19, 18 bid to 19. Want to now 19, 2. At 2,000 Harold going to be 2, 2, 19 and now 2, 19 and a half. At 1,900 and a half. I'm going to be 19. You want him at a half. You're not in. At 1,900, 19, 50, 19. I got him at 19 and a half, 19 a quarter. At 1,900 bid 19 a quarter. Harold, you're not in. I need a quarter. At 1,900 and a quarter. Don't want him at a quarter. And there's herd dispersal cows. At 1,900, 19 and a quarter. Does anybody want to bid? 19 and a quarter. They're undersold. At 1,900, 19.25, going to be a quarter. Do you want them at a quarter? 19 all done, but a quarter. 19 and a quarter, and I have sold the cows the same way. Good eye. Bo, thank you. They'll go Bo Bigs this time. Buying the good Tenant cows. Here's his red end, boys. Look at those cows. Ooh, fellas, the end of the herd right there, fellas. It's a sad day for there, but you get a chance to buy some of these top Tenant cows, and you know they'll have those big baldy calves. Where do you want to start them and go? 3,000, 28, 25. At 2,500, bid to 5, going to be 5, going to be 5, need 5, 22. At 2,200, give me 2,000. They're big red cow. You want them at 2,000, going to be 2, give me 18. At 1,800, bid no 18. Want to now 18, going to be 18, going to be 18, 1,800. At 1,800, want to now, well, give me 15. Let's start up. 15, 16. At 16, 17, bid to 17, going to be 17, going to be 16, going to be 17. At 1,700, bid to 70 to 16, and now 17, 16 and a half. At 16 and a half, now 17, need your 17, going to be 17 and a half. At 1,700 and a half of the big count, you want them at 1750. At 1,700, you want them at a half, going to be a, how about a quarter? At 1,700, anybody want them at a quarter? 17, going to be 17 and a quarter. Do you want them at a quarter? 17 and a quarter. At 1,700 to 25, going to be 25, 17 all done and a quarter. 1,700, you want them at a quarter? Do a quarter. Larry Conchuck, I need a quarter. At 1,700 and a quarter on the Vic Tenant cows. At 1,700, you want them at a quarter, bid a quarter, 17 and all done and a quarter. 1,700, 1725. I sold them 1,700 even. Kurt Mackey's right. Knew that. You betcha. Kurt Mackey. Thank you, Kurt. Here's the Buckland cows, boys. Right here. All right, boys. Now, they got a fall vaccination program as well. The Bovishield 8-way Ivamec on them. The bulls went out May the 15th. All the second calvers there, they're 17 head. They're bred Black Angus. The main herd of 50 are third, fourth, and fifth calvers. They're bred all to those Black Max and Black Angus bulls. The bulls were pulled July the 21st, or July the 25th. I mean, a small group of later calvers, a few older cows were bred by a Simmental bull. So he's got them all bred up right there, fellas, for you. Just a great, great herd. Going to start calving the 20th of February. Kenny's right over here. Kenny, anything you want to say on them? Right over here. Anything you want to tell us on the cows? There you go, fellas. Good, honest man. He lost his grass. Calves average 630 straight through on all of them, fellas. Just a great set of cows. There you go on it, boys. They're bred right. Super good cows. Super good herd dispersal. As good a cows as you'll ever want to buy. 2 months ago, they averaged 630. 2 months ago, calves averaged 630 off them. Here's a herd you can buy. Everybody wants to buy into good herds. Here's a set of cows that'll go home and just go to work for you. You don't need to buy it on them, fella, if you don't want good cows, because here's the good set of cows. Buckland cows right now, fellas, as good as you'll ever buy them. Where do you want to go? Second calvers right there, fellas. Where do you want to start them? They should bring 3,000. They've done it all. Everything's done. They're ready to go. Vaccination program ready to start for you, boys. And who's got 3,000? At 3,000 to 328. Going to be 2,500. At 25 to 5, I'm going to be fine. 22. Give me 2. Give me 2,000. At 2,000 to 2. Going to be 2. 18, 19. At 1,800 to 19. Going to be 18. Going to be 19. 19. Larry going to be 19 2. At 1,900 to 2. Need to 2. Give me 2. Don't want about 2,000. At 2,000 to 2. 19 and now 2. Going to be 2. Need 2. Come to buy the good cows. 2021. At 21, 22. At 21 to 2. 1.5. 21 going to be 1.5. 2. At 2,200 and a half. 22 going to be 2.5. At 2,200 to 2 and you want to add 22 going to be 2.25. At 2,200 and a quarter to 1.25. Second calvers, boys. At 22 bid. 22 and a quarter half. At 22 and a half. 275. Need 75. John, you want about 75 3. At 23 and a quarter and a quarter and a quarter. Get all the cows. You can get 23 and a quarter. At 2,300 you want about a quarter and a quarter. You want about a quarter. Second calvers. At 23 bid. 3/4. Now half. At 23 and a half. Need a half. 3.5. John 75. At 375 you want about 75. 375. At 23.50 now 75 men. You want about 75. 23.75. At 23.50 anybody want about 75? They're going to go to want about 75. 23.75 and I have sold the cows. They go to John Godkin at 23.50. 23.50. Godkin buys the cows. John Godkin. We're pulling into 7 more. Boy, you can see they're good young cows right out of that good herd. Ready to go, fellas. Never been to town before, fellas. We're all ready to go, fellas. And where there's a set there, young, fancy, and good. Look at the youth in them. You want to buy good herd dispersal cows that are right. They're in the ring. I'd like 3,000. At 3 and go 28, 2,500. Going to be fine. Fine right where we should be. At 2,500, you want to bid fine. Could be 2,000. Let's start them. At 2,000, but 2 could be 1,800. We're going to sell them. At 1,800, but no 18. Want them now. 18 going to be 18, 17, and let's go. At 1,700, but 17. What about 17? Going to be 17, 17. At 1,700, been to 17. Going to be 17, 16, 17. At 17, 18. At 17, 18. Going to be 18. Going to be 18, 17, 18, 18, 19. At 18, bid to 19. Going to be 19. Going to be 19, 2, and 2, 2. At 2, bid 21. Need 1 to 1, 2, 1. At 2,000, bid to 21. Going to be 1. John going to be 1. 21, 22. At 21 to 2, and 2. Gerald going to be 2. 21 and a half, 2. At 22 and a half. Hang going to be at 22 and a half. At 2,200, you want to half. Hang going to be at 22 and a quarter. At 2,200 and a quarter, they're young. They're good. You want them a quarter. 22 and a quarter, Harold. At 2,200, you want them a quarter. 22 quarter, do you want them a quarter? 2,200 all done, do you want them a quarter? And I have 22 and a quarter. Sold the Buckland cows. 2,200, Godkin. 2,200 doing the job. What an opportunity to buy right fancy herd dispersal cows. He lost his grass. Cows wouldn't be here, fellas. Ooh, fellas, look at there. There is cows. They're young. They're good. They've done it. They're guaranteed, boys. They'll bring home a big, good calf. Those cows, won't they? How do you make them better, fellas? 3,000, 28, 25. At 2,500, Devon going to be 2, going to be 2,000. At 2,000 to 2, going to be 2. Give me that 1,700, and away we go. At 17, 17, 18, going to be 18, going to be 18, 18. At 17, but no 18, man, going to be 18, going to be 18. You want them at 18. At 18, 18, 19, going to be 19, now 19 to 2, need 2. At 2,000 to 21, going to be 1, going to be 1, 2, 21 to 2, to 3. At 22 to 3, to 3, 2 and a half. At 2,200, going to be 2 and a half. You want them to have fancy cows at 22 and a half. At 2,200 and a half, internet, what do you think? 22 and a half. At 2,200, anybody want them to have 22 and a half, 22 and a quarter. At 22 and a quarter, and welcome boys, you want them to a quarter, 22 and a quarter half. At 22 and a half, 275, C75, you're out again, Kyle. At 22 and a half, 275, did your man want them at 75? 22.50, 75. Harold, you want them at 75, and I have. Sold them Godkin, 22.50, doing the job, John. 22.50 for Godkin. Look at how deep ribbed those cows are coming in. Man, their calves will weigh up, but fellas. Here's a nice set of cows right here. 5 of the ring fancies, 2,500. At 25, at Devon, at 25, going to be fine. 22, 2,000. At 2,000, at 2, going to be 2, going to be 18, going to be 18, going to be 18, 17, and away we go. At 1,700, been to 17, going to be 17, want them at 1,700. At 17, need your 17, want to now 17, going to be 17, 16. Let's start out. At 16, 17. At 1,600, now 17, you want them at 17, going to be 17, you want them at 17. At 17, 18, going to be 18, going to be 18, 17. 1718. At 1718 on the fancy herd dispersal cows, 1819. At 18 but a 19 now 2 need 2 and a 2 and a 2. At 19 and now 2 need 2 big. Do you want to be 2? Going to be 2. 19 2. At 1900 a 2 now 21 going to be 1. 21. At 2000 at 21 need 1 need. I got 21 there, 1.5. Now 22. Now 22. Now 2200. 21 and a half, 2200. At 21 and a half, 22. Do you want them at 2? Going to be 2 2. 22. Well, you bought them 21.50 and good eye. 21.50. 154 gets them. 21.50. Gordon's get them. Thank you. They go to Trochu. Kathy and Kevin Gordon there at Trochu. Thank you very much. That's a good set of cows. You can buy lots of cows, but it's good to walk into these herd dispersal cows. They wouldn't be there if they weren't doing their job, fellas. They'd be long gone. And here's 5 more of these cows right on the same herd. Vaccination program done right. Everything's done. Who's got 2,500? At 25, but fine. 25, 22, could be 2,000. At 2,000, but 2, could be 2, could be 18, could be 1,800. At 1,800, but no 18, could be 18, could be 1,500, and away we go. At 15 now, 16, you want to be 16, could be 15, could be 16, 16. At 1,500, but 16 on the good red count, you want to be 16. At 1,500, but 16, Harold, you want to be 16. At 1,500 now, 16, right on the herd, boys are young. They're second, third, and fourth fifth calvers is all they are. And a bit 1,500, 16. At 1,600, need 16, Gordon, you want to be 16. At 1,500 now, 16, going to be 16, one now, 16, John, 16. 1,600. At 15, they're going to go. 15 and a half. At 15 bid. 15 and a half. We're too cheap here. At 1,500, you want them to have 1,500, going to be 15.50. They're going to go. 15 and a half. Sold them your way. 1,500. Select gets them. Good eye. Pulling into the block end. Ooh. Second calvers on the blocks. Wow. And bred to top good bulls. Fellas, look at those there. As good a black second calvers you'll ever find. Who's got 3,000? Let's go on the good cattle. At 3,000 to 3 to 20, 2,500. You want them at 5. At 2,500 to 5, going to be 5. Give me 2,000. Let's start them. At 2,021. At 2,000 to 21. Need 1. Going to be 1 to 2 to 2. Need 2. Danny, I need 2. You're right in the way. At 21 to 2. Need 2. Going to be 1. Going to be 2. Need 2. 21 2 3. At 22 now 3. Need 3 big. Need to be 3. 22 3. At 22 now 3. Do you want them at 3? Need 3. Need 3. 2 and a half. At 22 and a half. Now 3. At 2,300 now 3. Do you want them at 3? Need 3. 23 young and good at 23. At 22 and I'm at now 3. Now 3. Do you want them at 3? 275. At 22.50 now 75. You want them at 75. 75. What a buy. 22.50. 275. 275. You want them at 75. Chase your bottom. 22.50. They go Chase Elliott. 22.50 on those good blacks. Ooh, boys. Third calvers in there, boys. Young, good, youthful cows. Any way you want to go. There's a tremendous set there, fellas. I'd like 3,000. Give me that 2,500. At 25 on the Buckland cows of the herd dispersal. At 2,500, bid now fine. Going to be fine. 22. Going to be 2,000. At 2,000, bid to 2. Need your 2. Going to be 2. 17, 18. At 17, bid no 18. 18. Going to be 18. At 17, 18. At 18, 18 and 19. Going to be 19. 1 19. At 1,800, bid to 19. 1 19. Going to be 19. At 1,800, bid to 19. 1 now 19. 18 and a half. At 1,800, going to be 18. 50, 18. Going to be 18 and a half. And you want them to have. At 18 and a half. And 19. Going to be 19. Going to be 19 and 19 and a half. At 1,900 and a half. Going to be on to 2 and a 2 and a 2. Do you want them at 2? At 2,000, need a 2 and a half. I'm going to be at 2 and a half. At 2 now 51 and now 50. Give me the 50. Do you want to now 50? Going to be 50. At 2,000 now 51 and now 50. Going to be 50. Chase, what do you think? At 2,000, how about a quarter? 2,000 and a quarter is all. At 2,000 but 25. At 2,000 and a quarter. Do you want them at a quarter and a quarter and a quarter? 2,000 all done. Going to be a quarter. Hobie, you bottom. 2,000 even. Smuts buys. 2,000 even. Who boys, they are big, strong cows. There's Black Angus cows at the best right there, fellas. Where do you want to start them? Bred to the best bulls you can buy. Where do you want to start them? Who's got 2,800? 25, 25. At 2,500, bid to 5, going to be fine. 22, going to be 2, going to be 2,000. At 2,000, you're 2, going to be 2, going to be 18, going to be 18. 1,800, 18, 19. At 18, 19, and 2, and 2, and 2, going to be 2, 21, to 1, going to be 1, 21. At 21, 22, need 2, to 2, 1 and a half, 2. At 22, need 2, and 2, need 2, 2 and a half, 22 and a half. At 2,200 and a half, how about a quarter? At 22 and a quarter and a half, going to be at 275 to 75. At 22 and a half, 275, let them trickle, you want a bit 75. At 22 and a half, 275, you want a bit 75. They're going to go, do you want a bit 75? 22.50 all up to 75. Sold the cows. They're gone. 22.50. Pisco 22.50. No, they won't.
204 for Pisco.
Big, strong. Look at the length in those cows. These cows will raise the calves. It'll push the scales down. Look at the length in this set of black cows. Super good, boys, and ready to go. I'd like 2,800, 25. At 2,500, going to be fine. 22, 2, going to be 2, 2,000. At 2, need your 2, going to be 18, going to be 18, going to be 18. 18, 19. At 18, 19, 2, need your 2, no 1, 1, going to be 1, 21, 22. At 21, to 2, 1 and a half, going to be at 21 and a half, 2. At 22, to 2 and a half, going to be 22, going to be 2 and a quarter. At 22 and a quarter and a half, going to be at 22 and a half. At 22 and a quarter and a half, going to be at want to have bigs, you need to have. At 22 and a quarter, 2 and a half, you want to have 2 half. At 22 and a quarter, men, you want to have 2 and a quarter, 2 and a half, 275. And now 75, now 75, keep them together, 75, 3. And now 3, now 3 in the good black cows, you want to have 3, 2,300, 275 and 3 and I have. Sold them 22.75. Pisco. Yep, keep those separate. We'll call them number 2. Okay, we'll keep those separate, that pen. Call them Pisco 2. Well, boys, you could have started with this set. That is a good set of young cows right there and ready to go. Lots of length in them, boys, and there's a fancy good set. Man, what a chance to buy on the herd dispersal. 3,000, 28.5. At 2,500 to find 22, going to be 2, going to be 2,000. At 2, need you 2, going to be 2, 2, going to be 2, going to be 18. At 1,800, but no 18, 19, going to be 18, going to be 19, Pisco 19. At 1,800, but no 19, John, going to be 19, going to be 18, 19, you want to bet 19. At 1,800, but no 19, want to now 19, going to be 19, need 19. At 1,800, 19, 18 and a half, going to be half, 18 and a half. At 1,800 and a half, Elliot's, what do you think? 1850. At 1,800 and a half, how could it be? And you want to half? 18 could be 18 and a half. Harold at 8 and a half. At 1,800 and a half, herd dispersal cows. Put their nose down and push that snow around and eat, boys. There's nothing better than 1,800. 18 and a half, what do you think? At 1,800, 18 and I'm going to be on, you want to half, 18 and a quarter, they're going to go. 18 and a quarter half. At 18 and a half, bigs need to have, 18 and a half, 75, 75 to 19. At 19, 19 going to be 19, going to be 19 and a quarter. At 1900 and a quarter, do you want to a quarter? 19 going to be 19 and a quarter, want to a quarter. Bigs buys at 1,900, good eye there. Jay, Markham J at 1,900. All right, just a little later is the only reason, boys. We got the 2 cows. They're just tagged a little later. Where's Willow? All right, boys, have a look here. And where do you want to start them and go? We got the 2 cows. Willow, get back here. And where do you want to start them and go? Who's got 2,000? At 2, need you 2, going to be 2, going to be 2, going to be 2,000. Want to now 2, going to be 2, going to be 2, going to be 2, 2,000. At 2, do you want to now 2, going to be 18, going to be 1,800, going to be 18, going to be 18. Who's got 1,800? 18. 1,500, let's go. Right on the herd dispersal. 15. At 1,500, and a 15, going to be 15. 16, 17. At 6, but I get to pick. 16, 17, you want to bet 70. At 1,600, been to 70, you want to bet 70. 16 and a half. At 1,600, been a half. How could it be? 16 and a half, you want to bet a half. 16 and a half, anybody at a quarter. 1,600, 16 and a quarter, you want to bet a quarter to a quarter. 16 and a quarter. 16 and a quarter. You get them at 1,600. Take this cow here. 1,600. Let's sell the other cow. Good young cow, fellas, just a little smaller cow, but a good cow raises a good calf every year. Give me 1,500, we'll go on her. 15. Give me 13. 13, 14. At 1,300, been to 14, going to be 14. A lot younger cow than the old red cow. At 13, 14. At 1,300, been to 14, going to be 14. 13 and a half, how going to be 13 and a half. At 1,300, you want her to have 13 and a half. 14, going to be 14, going to be 14, going to be 14. At 14, Wiley, I need 14. At 1,400, I got 13. I got the half. I need 14. Now half. 14 a quarter. 1,400 and a quarter, 14 and a quarter. Wiley buys 1,400. Good eye. Wiley. Bill Wiley. Yeah, just keep going. I don't want to say. Let her out. Sort them outside if they can. Keep going.
That one up there goes to 205. 205 for select one. On that one, this other one in the ring will go to Wiley at 310.
They run. Did these run right together? Do you need to wait on that one? Oh, fuck. 300 pounds. Yeah, she weighed 17. They run. Kenny, just tell us about these cows. These are Doug Burns cows, fellas. Tell us about them. Bred all the same vaccination, Bovishield Gold, all the same bulls. Kenny looked after them there. Bred to a Black Max bull. And they raise a great set of calves. There's just a dozen of them there, fellas. A fella right beside them, we work together and helps them out, fellas. The cows are just as good. They're a herd dispersal set of cows. He sold his, so he's just selling along with them. I'm going to give you the shot. You can take the black or the tan, or you can take them both. Herd dispersal in these good cows. Where do you want to start them and go? Who's got 2,000? At 2 and go. At 2,000, midnight 2, going to be 2, going to be 1,800, going to be 18, going to be 1,500 and go. You can take either cow or double them up. 15, 16. At 1,500, midnight 16, going to be 15, 16. At 1,500, midnight 16, want to now 16, 17. At 1,700, midnight 17, want to 70 to 16, 17. At 1,600, midnight 17, 16 and a half. At 1,600, you want to 16, going to be 1650. At 1,600, you want to 16, going to be 1650. Bids up here at 1,600. You can take them both. 1,650. At 1,600, all they're going to be 16 and a half. You want to 90 to half? 16 and a half. Pisco at 1,600. Take a pair. Take a pair. Let them go. No, do you want what pen do you want? Do you want them in those twos, or does it matter what pen would you want those on? Put them in the ones.
204 for Pisco. What here is big now?
15 and a half, 15 3/4.
Those big red cows. Bred to those Black Max bulls. Vaccination program all done and ready to go. 3,000, 28, 25, 22. At 2,200, bid to 2, going to be 2, going to be 2,000. At 2,000, you want on a 2 to 2, going to be 2, going to be 18, going to be 1,800. At 18, need your 18, going to be 18, going to be 1,600, and let's go. At 1,600, going to be 15, 16. At 1,500 now, 16, 16, need to do it 16. At 1,500 now, 16, boy, you want to at 16 or 15, 16. At 1,500 now, 16, herd dispersal. At 1,500 now, 16, going to be 16, 15 and a half. At 1,500, you want to down? How going to be down? 15 and a half. 1,500 men, you want to down? For we all done. At 1,500, bid 15 and a half. How going to be down? 15, you want to bid 1550. 1,500, all going to be 1550. You bought the good cows and good eye. 1,500. Select. Here's the young end, boys. It started with this group. Boy, young end here, right on that herd, run right with them. Bred to those Black Maxes, boys. Look like second, third calvers in there. Good set of young red cows this time. 2,800. At 2,800, going to be 8.5. At 2,500, no fine to 2, going to be 2,000. At 2,000, you want to be 2, going to be, who's got 2,000? At 2, need your 2, going to be 18, going to be 18, 17. At 1,700, bid to 17, you want to be 17, going to be 17, going to be 17, 15, 16. At 1,600, going to be 15, now 16, you want to be 16. At 1,500 now, 16 going to be 15 bid. At 816. At 1,500 all now going to be 16, 17. At 1,600 now 17. Willow, you're out. At 817. At 17, 18 going to be 18. Jake going to be 18, 19. At 1,800 bid to 19 going to be 18. Going to be 19. Where you at? At 18, 19 now 2. Need 2 going to be 2. Need 2. 19 and a half. At 1,900 you won't buy them any cheaper. That good. At 1,900. 1,950. At 1,900 you want to buy 19 going to be 1950. All in all out bid now half. 1,900. 1,950 you want to bid 50 and I have. Sold them. 1,900 makes the buy. 174. Good eye. 1,900 is all on that good set. Curtis Ellithorpe. Is that right? Thank you. Thank you, Curtis. Going to Sundry.
Same thing, Curtis.
You're Oh, boys, black heifer time, and they are good ones. Look at that, weighing 13 and a quarter. Hauled and trucked and moved around here, fellows. These are home-raised bred Black Angus, bred to Black Angus setter bulls, an 80-pound birth weight on them, scour vaccine, and had all their shots. Man, you want big, powerful blacks? Here they are right there. Who's got 3,000 on that set? 3 and go. At 3,000 to 328, going to be 8.5. At 2,500 to 5, going to be 522, going to be 2, going to be 2,000. Away we go. At 2,000, going to be 2, 1819. At 1,800 to 19, going to be 19.2. Need your 2 and a 2 and a 2. I don't know that. When do they calve? April 1st. March 1st, okay? March 1st is when they calve. And you got? I need 2. 2,000. At 1,900 to 2, need 2. Danny's in at 19 and out 2, need 2. At 2,000 to 2, need your 2, going to be 2. 19 and 2. At 1,900 to 2, going to be 2. 19 and a half. And now 2 and a 2 and a 2, going to be 2,000. Do you want to be 2? John, you should be in here. At 2,000, need your 2. 19 and a half. At 2, do you want to be 2? Need 2. 75. Now 2. At 2,000 a quarter. At 2, bid 2 and a quarter. Do you want to be a quarter? 2 and a quarter. Do you want to be a quarter? They're quiet. They're big. They're good. At 2,000, bid a quarter. Men, do you want to be a quarter? 2 and a quarter. At 2,000 to 25. Fritz, what do you think? Who's got 2 and a quarter? There's a way better. 2 and a quarter, 2 and a half. 250, 2050, 2050, 20 quarter, 2050. At 20,000 quarter, 2050. You want to bid 50, 2050? Man, that 2050, 75. 2075, let's go. Now 1. At 21, bigs need 1. At 21 quarter. At 21 and a quarter, Doug 1 and a quarter. They're the right kind. 21 and a quarter. Bred to those setter bulls. 21 and a quarter, 1 and a half. 21 and a half. At 21 and a quarter, going to be 1 hand. 21 and a hand and a half. Millers get them. 21 and a quarter. They go Miller. 21 and a quarter. Miller Farms, Doug and Don. Great people. We're going to go to pen 539. There's 7 of these coming in. Boy, they're nice. I like the length in them, boys. They got blacks with a good long length in them. All right, boys, there they are. They're fancy and good and fancy bred heifers again. Who's got 2,800? At 28, going to be 88, going to be 85. At 25, bred to those setter bulls and all of the vaccination program and ready to go on 2,500, 22. At 2,200, going to be 2,000, and away we go. At 2,000, bid to 2, going to be 2, going to be 18, 19. At 18, bid to 19, want to now 19, going to be 18, 19. At 1,800, 19, and now 2, need 2, need 2, do you want to bid 2? At 1,900, and 2, do you want to now 2, going to be 2, need 2, 19 and a half. At 1,900, do you want to bid 19, going to be 19 and a half. At 1,900, do you want to bid 50, 19, going to be 19 and a half. Let's go a half. At 1,900, you want to bet 19 and a quarter. Now half. At 19 and a quarter, 1950. At 1950 and 75, you want to bet 75. At 1950 now 75, you want to bet 75. 1975. At 1950, 75. Boys, they're quiet. They're good. There is a nice set of heifers and not enough money at 1950. Who come to buy them, fellas, are going to get higher. There is a set that'll work for you at 1950. 1975. I don't want to take any longer, but that set is undersold by a long ways. There is a tremendous set at 1950, 1975. At 1950, now 75. You want to bet 75. 1975. Are we done? At 1950, 1975. You want to bet 75 and all done going to be 75. 1975. They go your way, Danny, on order at 1950. Number ones. Good eye. Who, fellas, good blacks again, ready to go again, fellas. Where do you want to start? And right from the same deal, fellas. Bred of those good brand setter bulls, 80-pound birth weight. They've had their scour vaccine. They've had all their shots. Just ready to go. March 1st calvers. I'd like 2,500 on those good blacks. At 2,500, bid no fine, 25, 22. At 2,200, going to be 2, going to be 2,000. Let's go. At 2,000, bid to 2, 1,700. Let's start them. At 17, 18. At 1,700, bid no 18, going to be 18. You want to bid 18. At 17, 18, 19, bid to 19, going to be 18, going to be 19, 19, 2. At 19, bid to 2, need your 2, 2, going to be 2, 19 and a half. And now 2, need your 2, 2, going to be 2, 19 and a half. And 2, do you want to bid 2, need 2. At 19 and a half, bid to 2, 2, do you want to now 2, 75. At 1950, now 75, do you want to bid 75. 1975, John, do you want to bid 75? 1950, all done, bid to 75. Men, do you want to bid 75? They're going to go. 1975. Your way, Danny. 1950. Keep them together. Same order. 1950. Number 1, Danny. They'll work at that, boys. Here's 6 more coming in. Ooh, fellas, look at here. Ready to go again. Fancy the good black cattle again. Bred to those easy calving bulls. I'd like 2,000. Let's start them. At 2,000, going to be 18, going to be 18. One now, 18, going to be 18. 15, 16. At 1,500, been to 16, going to be 15, 16, 17. At 1,600, been to 17. One now, 17, going to be 17. At 1,600, now 17, 18. At 1,800, been to 18, now 19, going to be 19, 18 and a half. At 1,800, you want to be that, John, going to be half. I got 18 and a half. At 1,800 and a half, how going to be, you want to be a half? 1,800 is all. 18 and a half. At 1,800, 1850. At 1,800, you want to half? Anybody want to half? 1,800, 1850. 1,800, you want to down to half? Anybody want to quarter? Out they go. 18 and a quarter. You're way down. 1,800. Wants a new pen on them. Number will be 2. Danny, number 2. Ooh, we sure don't. All from one herd. Start calving April the 1st. They're bred to very easy calving Red Angus bulls. 85-pound birth weight on the bulls, boys. Look at here. All ready to go, fellas. All from one herd. This is a good set here. Great traditional set of heifers in there, fellas. Who have a look here? Where do you want to start them? Who's got 3,000? 25. There's a set that'll work. At 2,500, bid to 5, going to be 5, going to be 5, 22. At 2,200, going to be 2, going to be 2,000. Let's start them. At 2,000, 2, going to be 2, going to be 2, 17, 18. At 1,700, bid to 18, 19, going to be 18, 19. At 1,800, bid to 19, 1 and now 19, going to be 18, 19. At 19, 2. At 2,000, 2, going to be 19 and now 2, need 2, 2, going to be 2, need 2. At 1,900, bid to 2, do you want to now 2, need 2, need 2, 19 and a half. The bid's on the top at 19. I need a half. At 1,900, you want to half? How can it be 19 and a half? At 1,900, anybody want to half? Out they go at 19, going to be 19 and a half too. At 2,050. At 2,050 to 21, need your 1 and a half. How can it be 21 and a half? At 21 and a half, to 2, to 2, to 2, going to be 2, need 2. At 21 and a half, but to 2, going to be 2, to 1 and now 2, need 2. 22, 22, need 2 and a half. At 22, but 2 and a half, you want to half? 2,200, going to be 2 and a half. At 2,200 and a half, how can it be half? Anybody want to quarter? 22 and a quarter. At 2,200, but 2 and a quarter, do you want to quarter it all on, but in a quarter? Grants by it, 2,200 gone. 2,200. Seven more coming in right from this herd. They're all come from one herd, all these heifers. If you wanted a good even bunch, here's the time to get in a good even set, boys. Traditional, you can come back any type of bull you want. Char, Angus, Simmental. Here's sets that'll really milk and do you nothing but good. Simmental heifers, all their shots, boys, ready to go. Bred to a Red Angus bull for the first time around. And what do you want to start them to go? 2,800. At 28, going to be 8, going to be 8, 5, but 5, going to be 5, 25, 2,200, going to be 2, need 2. At 2,200, you want to be 2, going to be 2,000, away we go. At 2,000, need 2, going to be 2, going to be 2, 17, 18. At 17, 18, 19, going to be 18, going to be 19, 1 and now 19, 18, 19. At 18, bid to 19, going to be 19, 1 and now 19, 18, 19. At 1,800, bid to 19, 1 and now 19, 18, 19. At 1,800, bid to 19, 1 and now 19, going to be 19, 18 and a half, 19. At 1,900 and 19, going to be 19, going to be 18 and a half, 19. At 1,900, do you want to now 19, going to be 18 and a half and 19? What a set of heifers. 1,900, 1,900, 18 and a half bid, 1,900. At 18 and a half bid to 19, you want them 19, going to be 19, 18, 75. At 18 and a half, now 75, you want them at 75? Now 19, now 19 and a quarter, now half, now 75, 75, John, now 2, at 2 and a quarter, at 2, but 2 and a quarter, half, 2 and a half, going to be at 2 and a half, at 2 and a quarter and a half, 251 and a half, 50, going to be 50, going to be 52 and a quarter, half. All shot start buys at 2,025. Sean Allstott. Good eye, John. Very good heifers. 3 more coming in the ring right now. All right, right from the same deal, boys. I like the Blazes here, and here's a good set. And where do you want to start them and go? 2,500. At 25, but define to 2, going to be 2, 22, going to be 2,000. At 2,000, 2, going to be 2, going to be 18, going to be 18, going to be 18, 118. At 1,800, but no 18, 1 and now 18, going to be 18, going to be 18, 1,600, and away we go. At 1,600, but 16, 17. At 1,600, but 17, 1 and now 17, going to be 17, going to be 17. At 1,600, 17, 18, going to be 18, going to be 18, 17, 18, 19. At 1,800, but 19, now 19, going to be 1819. At 1800 bid to 19. Internet, you want them at 19. At 1800 bid to 19, going to be 19. 18 and a half. At 1800 and a half, how going to be? Hold them in there. 18 and a half. At 1800, internet's on 1850. At 1800 and a half, how going to be? 1850. Internet, what do you think? 1800 all done, going to be 1850. You want them at 50, and I have. Sold him your way down. 1800. Mackie gets him. Kirk, you get him. 1800. Good eye. You bet.
309 for Mackie.
All right, boys. Have a ooh, big, good, strong reds there, aren't they? All right, boys, have it here, and where do you want to start them and go? You got to like them fellows, and where do you want to start them and go? Who's got 2,500 in these? At 25, but no fine, 22, give me 2,000. At 2,000, but no 2, do you want them at 2? Going to be 2, going to be 1,800, 18, you want them at 18. At 1,800, but no 18, going to be 18, 18, you want them at 18, let's spin them, boys, 18. At 1,800. Who's got 1,800 in startup? 18 at 1,800, but no 18. 16, 17. At 1,600 to 17, you want them at 17. At 16, 17. Here's a buy. At 1,600 to 17, 18. At 17, 18, you want them at 18, 7.5, 18. At 1,800, you're 18, going to be 18, 18, 8, going to be 18, 18. Calls and you do it 18. At 17 and a half, 18, are going to be 18. Well, there is a buy. At 17.50 is all. I'll take 17.75. 17.75. 18, 18 and a half. 18 and a half. Either way, 1,200. 1,800, 18 and a half. At 1,800, bid 18.50, you want them at half and quiet and good. Here's the buy of the day so far. At 1,800, anybody want them at a quarter? At 1,800, 18 and a quarter, we all done at 1,800, anybody want them at a quarter? 18 going to be 18 and a quarter. Your way, Danny. 1,800 on the internet. 1,800 even. Brad Van Moren. Thank you, Brad. You bet they do, Danny. Red baldies. If those don't make cows, nothing will. Right there, fellas. There's the kind. You get a whole herd full of them. And a great set. All right, boys. Have it here. And where do you want to start them and go? You tell me on them, boys. And where do you want to start them and go? And who's got 2,500? At 25, but no 5, going to be fine. 22, give me 2,000. At 2,000, did your 2, going to be 2, going to be 2,000. You want to be 2,000, going to be 2. Who's got 2? At 2,000, but the 2, 18. 16, 17. At 1,600 and 17, 18. At 17 and 18, I'm going to be 18. I want to be 18, 19, going to be 18, 19. At 1,800, but 19, going to be 19. I want to 19, 18 and 19. Grant 18 and a half, 19. At 19, internet, going to be 19, 19 and a half. At 1,900, 19 and a half. Morgan, you want to be down 19 and a half. At 1,900, 19, 50, you want to now 50, 19 and a quarter. At 1,900 and a quarter and a half, 19 and a half. At 19 and a half, 75 and a 2, John, going to be 2 and a quarter. At 2 and a quarter, 2 and a half, I'm going to be 2 and a half. At 2 and a quarter, 2 and a half, 275 and 75, 275. At 275, Mackie, do you want to bet 75? 275. At 2,015, now 75, do you want to bet 75? 2,015, all numbered at 75, going to be 75. Sold them 2,050. They go all start. Good eye again, John. 2,050.
610 for Allstott.
Still the same deal. All right, boys, have it again. 2 more. They're light. They're good. They're ready to go, boys. And where do you want to start them and go? Who's got 2,500, 22, 2,000? At 2,000, but at 2, going to be 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 2,000. 2,000, 18. At 1,800, but no 18, going to be 18, going to be 1,500, and let's go. At 1,500, but no 15, 13, 14. At 1,300, but no 14, want to now 14, going to be 14, 13, 14. At 1,300, now 14, 15, going to be 15, going to be 15, 16. At 1,500, now 16, 17, 17, you want to bet 17. At 1,600, now 17, John, you want to bet 17, 16 and a half. At 16 and a half, going to be 1,600, going to be 16 and a half. At 1,600 and a half, Jeremy, you're out, 1,650. At 1,600 and a half, I'm going to be 16 all, I'm going to be half. Anybody at a quarter? 1,600 and a quarter. Do you want them to quarter? Now half. At 16 and a quarter, half. At 16 and a quarter, need a half. Internet, you want them to 16 and a half. At 16 and a quarter, now 50, going to be 50, going to be 50. You want to now 50, 25, 50, 75. At 16.75, Alathorpe, you want them at 75. At 16.50, now 75, you want them at 75. 16.75, you want them at 75, and I have sold them 16.50 on the internet, 16.50. Brad Van Moren. Thank you, Brad. All right, boys, have a look here. March calvers are Bred Red Angus. Only had 3 nice, quiet, good heifers here, boys. And where do you want to start them and go? 25. At 25, a 2, going to be 2,000. At 2, need a 2, going to be 2. Do you want to know 2, going to be 2,000? Who's got 2,000? Away we go. At 2, do you want to know 2, going to be 18? Going to be 18, 1,500 now. 15, going to be 15, going to be 15. 13, 14. At 1,300 now. 14, want to know 14, going to be 13, 14. At 1,300 now. 14, do you want to know 14, 14, going to be 14, going to be 14, 15. At 14 now. 15, going to be 15. 1,600, going to be 16. At 16, 17, want to know 17. Going to be 17, 16, 17. At 1,600 now, 17, want to be 17, 16 and a half. At 1,600 and a half, how going to be 1,650? 1,600 all in, do you want to be half? How going to be 1,600 now, 50, do you want to be 50 and a half? Sold them 1,600. Seidler buys 1,600. Denise gets them 186. Thank you, Denise. Oh, boys, we're pulling into a new deal right now. Reese Agra Holdings cattle right now, boys. These are bred to low birth weight Red Angus bulls. They're going to start calving mid-February there, fellas, and down in March and April on them, fellas. They've had their IVMX shots, and they're all ready to go. Good set of here. 10 of these good heifers in the ring, fellas. Big, strong, good heifers bred to those Red Angus bulls. Where do you want to start them and go? You tell me. Who's got 2,500? At 25, but no 5, I'm going to be fine. 22, going to be 2, going to be 2,000. At 2,000, need your 2, going to be 2, going to be 1,800, going to be 18. At 1,800, but no 18, 16, 17. At 1,600, but no 17, want to be 17 to 16, 17. At 1,600, but no 17, want to now 17, going to be 17. At 1,700, but no 17, at 16, 17, 16 and a half. At 1,600 and a half, I'm going to be 1,650. At 1,600 now, 50, going to be 50. 1,650. At 1,600 all, I'm going to be on. You want about a half? Now 17. Now 1,700. 16, 17 and a half. Now 18. 18 half. 18 and a half. Fancy and good. Now 19. 1,900. 19 and a half. 19 and a half. 19 and a half. 2. Now 2. At 2, need your 2. At 2,000, now 2, going to be 2, need 2 and a half. At 2 and a half, give me 2,000 and a quarter. 2,000 and a quarter. The heifers are right every way. 2,000 mid quarter. 2,000 and a quarter bred to those Red Angus bulls. 2,000 and a quarter half. Ellithorpe, I need a half. 2,000 and a half for the big yellows. Half 75. At 2,015 and 75. You want to bet 75? Going to be 75. Ellithorpe's buy at 2,050. Good eye there. Thank you, Curtis. That is a nice set. Quiet. These will be quiet. These will be cattle will be walked through lots and done upright. All right, boys, here we come again and bred to those good Red Angus bulls again. Look at them. Lots of hair coat. They'll pass that along to your good calves. Have a look here, fellas. Where do you want to start them and go? Who's got 2,500? At 25, but find a 2, going to be 2, 22, going to be 2,000. At 2,000, you do 2, going to be 2, going to be 18, going to be 18. Keep them walking around, going to be 18. At 1,800, but no 18, going to be 18. 16, 17. At 1,600, bid 17, want to now 17, going to be 17. At 1,600, bid 17, want to now 17, going to be 17. 16, 17. At 1,600 now 17, you want to bet 17, 16 and a half. At 1,600 and a half, how can it be a 17? At 1,700, bid 17, you want to now 17, going to be 17. What do you think? 1,700, good time. At 16 and a half, now 17, you want to bet 17 and a half. At 17 and a half, 18, going to be 18, going to be 18 and a half, how can it be now 19? At 1900, going to be 19, right from the same home, 19 and a half. At 19 and a half, a 2, need 2, do you want to now 2, need 2? At 2,000, now 275 and 2. At 2, need 2 and a quarter, 2,000 and a quarter, do you want to bet a quarter and a quarter, do you want to bet a quarter, do you want to bet a quarter, 2,000 and a quarter, keep them with the same herd, 2,000 and a quarter. At 2, but 2 and a quarter, do you want to bet a quarter, they're going to go, 2,000 quarter half. At 2 and a half, how can it be out? Didn't want to blow out, the heifers are worth more, 2,050. At 2,025 now, 50, do you want to bet 50, going to be 50? 2,050. Ellithorpe, 2,025. 2,025, good eye on those. 4 more dark red heifers and good ones again, boys, and ready to go. Fancy good heifers again. 2,000. Let's do it. We'll get them down. You can go, boys. 2,000. Hey, they're big. They're ready to go. Who's got 2,000? At 2, bidding at 2. Going to be 18. Going to be 18. 15. 16. At 1,516. You want them at 16. 17. At 16, bidding at 17. You want them at 17. At 16. 17. You want them at 17. At 1,600, bidding at 17. 1700. Going to be 17. 17. At 1,600, bidding at 17. You want them now 17. Going to be 17. 17. 18. At 1,700, bidding at 18, going to be 18. I want to now 18, going to be 18, 17 and a half. At 1,700 and a half, how going to be at 1,750. At 1,700, you want to be a half, how going to be a better set of the ring, do you want to be a half. At 1,700, bid 17 now, 50, you want to now 50, going to be 50, 17, 50. 1,700 all done now, how do you want to be a half? Better set at 1,700. 17 and a quarter. You're done, I gotta be. Just weighing just about 1,100. Crookshank, what do you think? 17 and a quarter. At 1,700 and a quarter, do you want them to quarter? All I'm gonna be quarter, do you want them to quarter? Need a quarter? 17 and a quarter. Sold them 1,700. Your way. Hope you get them 1,700. Smooch your buyer. Thank you. Buyer 175. Ooh, solid, good dark reds, boys. These good heifers to buy, fellas. They're quiet. They've worked them lots, and a beautiful set they are. What a great set of heifers right there. Who's got 2,500 in them? At 2,500, but fine. Time to buy them, fellas. They're going to get higher, and we're running them out of them here today. Who's got 2,500? At 25, but fine. 22, going to be 2,000, and away we go. At 2,000, but 2, going to be 2, going to be 2, need 2. At 2,000, but 2, did you want them 2? Going to be 1,800, going to be 18, 15, 16. At 1,500, but 16. Going to be 15, 16. At 1,500, been to 16, one now 16, going to be 15, 16. At 1,500, been to 16, 17. At 1,600, been to 17, one now 17, going to be 16, 17. Denise, you should be in. At 1,600, been to 17, one now 17, going to be 16 and a half. 16.50. As cheap as you'll ever buy good bred heifers. 16.50. Now 17. At 1,700. At 17, Denise, they want them at 17. At 1,700, been to 17, 16 and a half, 17. At 17, that'll take 16.75. At 16.50, now 75, now 17. At 1,700, been to 17, you want them at 17, going to be 17. At 1,700, 16.75, now 17, you want them at 17, going to be 17. 1,700 and 17, what's your other bidder? Think 17. At 16.75, 17 and a quarter. At 1,700 and a quarter, do you want them at a quarter? 17 and a quarter. At 1,725, going to be 25. Do you want them at 25? 1,700. 1,725, are we done? 1,700, going to be 17 and a quarter. Sold them 1,700 your way. 1,700, Nikki. Brent Hale. Thank you, Brent. Brent Hale buys those good heifers.
623, 623, a new pen for Hale.
Ooh, I like this set. Nice set here. 8 big heifers there, and they're quiet and lots of hair. There's a good set of heifers, boys. Where do you want to start them and go? Hamilton here at like 2,200. At 2,200, going to be 2,000. At 2,000, going to be 18, going to be 1,800 now, 18, going to be 18, going to be 18, 15, 16. At 1,500 now, 16, going to be 15, 16. At 15 and a half now, 16, going to be 16, going to be 16, need 16. At 15 and a half now, 16, boys, it ain't 16. At 15 and a half now, 16, you want to now 16, quiet and good. At 15, 16 now 17, going to be 17, internet 17. At 17, need 17, you're in at 16 and a half, internet's out, 17. At 1,700, 17, now half. At 1,700 and a half, 18, going to be 18, Nikki, going to be 18. At 1,800, you want to now 18, 17 and a half, 18, going to be 18, want to now 18. At 1,800, be at 18, 18, going to be 18. I'll take 1775. 1775. They're quiet, they're cheap, and they're good cattle. 1775. Scour Boss, ready to go. At 1750, 75, are we all done? At 75, 18. At 1800, but no 18, going to be 18. Let's go 18, need 18, going to be 18. At 1800, going to be 18, 75, now 18, you want them at 18? 1800, you want them at 18, going to be 18. Sold him your way, Kyle. 1775. Lawrence? Boy, he's right in that light. I couldn't see him at all. Thank you, Gerald. Great cattleman there, boys.
He's wearing that oily sweater. So
1775. I can't even see him. Nothing wrong with that. Boys, you want a set of blacks. They're as good as we've had all day. Look at there. Big, deep rib. There is a set, fellas. They've had all their shots, boys. They've had all the Gova Shield Gold, their Cinevex 8, their Scour Boss, Ivomec. They've had it all, fellas. Here is a great, great set of big, good heifers bred to those bulls. As good a set today. I like them. Where do you want to start them and go? Who's got 2,500? 2,500 bred to low birth weight bulls. They're going to start calving there in mid-February. All right, who's got 2,500? At 25, bid fine. 25, spin them out of that quarter. Let's look at them. At 2,500, 22, going to be 2,000. At 2,000, bid 2, going to be 2, going to be 2,000. You want them down 2, going to be 18. At 1,800, bid 18, 16, 17. At 1,600, bid 17, want to now 17, going to be 17. At 1,700, bid 17, 16, 17 on the black, 17, John 17. At 1,600, bid here's the buy, 17. They weigh over 1,100, boys, brought in here yesterday. How much better do you want them? At 16, 17, Hobie. At 1,700, bid to 17, 16, 17. At 1,600, bid to 17, want to now 17, going to be 17, 17, 18. At 17, 18, 18. Elliot, you should be in 1,800. At 18, going to be 18, 19. At 1,800, bid to 19, going to be 19, 18 now, 19, 18, 19. At 1,800, bid to 19, 18 and a half. At 1,800, bid to 1 and a half, 18, going to be 1850. Well, they've walked through them lots. They're really quiet. They're out of a great cattle operation, and I'm only bid 1,800. You're going to miss up heifers like that? Give me 18 and a half. Hold on. Hold that gate, Gerald. 18 and a half, 19. 1,900. 19. 1,900. 19. Doug, I need you. 19. 19 and a half. 1,900 going to be 9. They're good buying at 2,200. Give me 19 and a half. At 1,900, 19 and a half. Do you want to give me 19 and a half? At 1,900, do you want to buy 19 and a half? How about a quarter? At 1,900, 19 and a quarter. Now half. 19 and a half. Give me 19 and a half. I'll take all the blame. Don will calve them out. Give me 19 and a half. 19 and a half. At 19 and a quarter, do you want them to hand it a half? Well, I think that's tremendous buying right there, fellas. Does anybody want to put 19.50 on them, or I'm going to sell them? 19 and a quarter, 19.50, and all not going to be 50. You're way on the internet. 19 and a quarter. Good eye, Devin. Devin Hog bottom. Good eye, Devin. You will like them.
Did he buy before?
I got him spelled wrong. I got him as Hod, not Hog.
That'd be that hard.
Yeah, I bet you it's the Hod is Hog. It might be.
All right, boys, we got 3 good baldies again, right from the same home and ready to go this time. Have a look here, fellas, and where do you want to start them and go? Who's got 2,200, 2,000, at 2,000, bid to 2, going to be 2, going to be 18, going to be 1,800, bid to 18, going to be 18, 15, 16, at 1,500, bid to 16, going to be 15, and now 16, 17, at 1,600, bid to 17, 1 and now 17, going to be 17, 16, 17, at 1,600, bid to 17, 16 and a half, at 1,600, do you want to add now 17, going to be 17, going to be 17, at 1,700 and a half, going to be handed to have 17 and a half, at 1,700 and a half, going to be 1750, at 1,700, do you want to have, going to be 17 and a quarter, at 1,700 and a quarter, do you want them to quarter, 1725, they're going to go. At 1,700 and a quarter, they're too cheap, Ben. Do you want them to quarter? Now half. 17 and a half. Kyle, you're out. 70 and a half, 75. 75, Ellithorpe. 17, 75. Now 18. Takes 2 bidders here. 18, Alan, do you want them at 18? At 1,800, bid 18 and a quarter. At 1,800 and a quarter, they're quiet. They're good. 18 and a quarter and a half. At 18 and a quarter, 1850. At 1825, 1850, now 75, 1875. At 1875, Ellithorpe, do you want them at 75? Is that 75? 1875, do you want them at 75? 1850, 75. Sold them, Alan Archibald. 1850. Good eye, Alan. 1850.
313 for Archibald, and you can.
Ooh, more of these good blacks again, boys. Here they come, and you got to like them. They put good cattle, boys. There is a good set of, you could come back any way you want. That's a nice set of black cattle. Where do you want to start them, boys? Who's got 2,200 in them? At 2,200, bid to 2 right of that at Reese Cattle Company. Had all their shots. Everything going on them, boys. Fancy and good and just as right as rain, fellas. There is a great set of heifers. I'd like 2,200. Bred to those top bulls. At 2,200, going to be 2,000. At 2,000, bid to 2, going to be 2, going to be 1,800, going to be 18, 16, 17. At 1,600, bid to 17, 1 and now 17, going to be 17. At 1,600, bid to 17, 1 and now 17, going to be 17, 17. At 1,600, bid to 17, now going to be 17, 18. At 1,700, bid to 18, going to be 18, 19, going to be 19. At 18, going to be 18 and a half. At 1,800 and a half, going to be half, 18 and a half. That's a buy, you guys. 1850. At 1,800, you want them to have 18, going to be 1850. Give me 18 and a quarter, Chase. At 1,800 bid. 18 and a quarter, are we all done? At 1,800, you want them to quarter, 18, going to be 1825. 1,800, 18 and a quarter. Miller's by 1,800 and put good eye right on the ticket. 179. Or is that what it was? Yep. 179. Thank you, Doug. Who, boys, they come in. Look at these. Those kind will raise the big calves there, fellas. Good red heifers bred to those red Angus bulls. Had all their shots. Man, that's a smashing good set right there. You got to like them, fellows. Where do you want to start them and go? You tell me on them, boys. Where do you want to start them and go on that good set there? I'd like 2,500. At 25, 22, going to be 2,000. At 2,000, bid no 2, going to be 2. 1,800, bid no 18, going to be 18. 16, 17. At 1,600 to 17 and 18, you want to bid 18. At 17 and 18, going to be 18, you want to bid 17, 18, 17 and a half. At 1,700, going to be 17.50 on the Simmental and Influence. 17 and a half, 18. At 18, at Grant, thank you, Grant. 18 going to be 18, 70 and a half, 18. At 1,800, but no 18, and one of 18 going to be 18, 1,800. 17 and a half, 75. At 17.75. At 17.50, 75, 18. At 18 going to be 18, quarter to quarter and a quarter, 18 going to be 18 and a quarter. At 1,800, a quarter to quarter, do you want to a quarter? Morgan, do you want to a quarter? At 1,800, 18 and a quarter, boys, do you want to a quarter and a half? At 18 and a quarter, 18.50. At 18.25, now 50 going to be 50, I can't see 18.50. 18.50, 75. At 18.50, now 75, do you want to bid 75? Going to be 75, 1875. Lawrence buys 1850 and good eye. Gerald, you get him. Man, that's good. Tremendous buy, Gerald. Good eye. They're quiet. You can see it, boys. They've worked these cattle lots. You guys are making a buy. Tremendous heifers.
627, 627, open the cross gate.
Are those all cows? Ooh, I like this set. All right, we got 8 of the ring. They're going to weigh in there, fellows, at 11:15. Man, those are good big heifers. Strong. Right, ready to go. I like this set. You could put, they will milk and they will be cows in your herd for a long time. Who's got 2,500 of them? 22. 2,000. At 2,000, going to be 2, going to be 2,000. At 2,000, 2, going to be 2, going to be 18, going to be 18, 16, 17. At 17, 18, going to be 18, 19, 19, 2. At 2,000, now 2, going to be 2, 22, 19 and a half. Gerald need a half. At 1,900 and a half, how going to be 19, going to be 19 and a half. At 1,900, you want them down, 19, going to be 1990 and a half. What do you think, Ellithorpe? 1950. At 1,900, bid 19 and a half, 2. At 2,050, you want to bid 50, 2,050. At 2,050, you picked them out. You like them 2,050, give me a quarter. At 2,000 and a quarter, Morgan, quarter and a half. At 2,000 and a half and 75, need 75, you like them. At 2,050, now 75, one time at 75. At 2,050, 75, now 121, need 1 and a quarter. At 21, bid 1 and a quarter, do you want to bid a quarter? 1 quarter. At 2,100, bid 1 and a quarter, Ben, do you want to bid a quarter? 21 and a quarter. 2,100, all done, bid a quarter, do you want to bid a quarter to quarter? Mackie by 2,100 even. Kurt, you bought him 2,100. All right, boys, have a look here, and where do you want to start them and go? Now, I'm going to sell them. You can pull the red if you want. You can just take the blacks or the red, or you can take them all. Where do you want to start them? Beautiful set there, fellas. Where do you want to start them and go? Who's got 2,500? 25, 22, 2,000. At 2,000, bid 2, going to be 2, need your 2, going to be 2,000. At 2,000, bid 2, going to be 18, 18, going to be 1,800, you want to bid 18. At 1,800, bid no 18, going to be 18, going to be 1,500, and away we go. 14, 15. At 1,400, bid 15, going to be 15, you want to now, 15, going to be 15. At 15, 16. At 1,500, bid 16, going to be 16, 15 and a half, 16, going to be 16 and a half. At 1,600 and a half, how going to be, how do you want to bid a half? At 1,600 and a half, 1,600 going to be 1,650. At 1,600, you want to bid a half, 16 going to be 1,650. All done. 16 and a half. 16 bid. 1,650. 16 and a quarter. 16 bid. 1625. At 1,600 and a quarter, do you want to bid a quarter? At 1,600 bid 16 and a quarter. Internet, what do you think? 16, anybody want to bid a quarter? 1,600 bid 1625, do you want to bid 25? Got to do it. 16 and a quarter, do you want to bid a quarter and a half? Sold them 1,600. Chase, you bought them 1,600 even. Elliot. Here's the last two of his deal right here, boys. Good black heifers in there again. Where do you want to start them? Right from the same home. Where do you want to start them and go? Have a look here, fellas. Who's got 1,800? At 1,800, but no 18, going to be 18, going to be 1850, 18, going to be 18, 1,500 now, 15. You want them at 15. At 1,500, bid 15. You want it now, 15, going to be 15. Who's got 15? Give me 1,300 and let's go. 13. What are they at 40? 35 cents. Who's got 1,500? At 1,500, you want them at 50. I'll give you that 13. At 1,300, but no 13. 12, 13. At 1,200 now, 13. You want it now, 13. Going to be 13. You got 13. 14, 15. At 1,400 now, 15. Going to be 15. 1,400, 14 and a half. At 1,400 bid I have. Do you want them to have? 14. Going to be 14 and a half. Do you want them to have? 1,400 all in now hand. Do you want them to have? 14 and a quarter. Your way, 1,400. Van Morn, thank you, Brad. Brad Van Morn bought those good heifers. Ooh, fellas, look at here. Diamond M Stock Farm, you want good cows. Pfizer Gold Program, Scour Boss, all home raised, bred Black Simmental and Black Angus bulls. Here, or is it just a different deal? All right, hold me up. We can change it. Durand's, S&L Durand right here. Now this set of cows are bred to Black Angus bulls. The bulls come from Simmental Farms. They're a very calving ease program, boys. High growth and performance. The bulls were turned out June the 3rd, and they were pulled August the 3rd. Bulls went out June the 3rd, fellas. March the 10th. All right, going to start calving March the 10th, and these Durand cows, fellas, and good ones. Where do you want to start them and go? I'd like 2,500. At 25, but no 5, going to be 5, going to be 2, going to be 2,000. At 2, going to be 2,000, going to be 2, and 2, and good cows. Here do you want them at 2,000. Herd cows. All home raised, herd dispersal cows. No brands on them. 2,000. 18. Give me 1,700 and let's go. At 1,700, bid 17, you want to bid 17, 15, 16. At 1,500 now, 16, 17, you want to bid 17, 17, John. At 16 now, 17, there's the kind 17, you want to bid 17, 1,700, 16 and a half. At 16 and a half now, 17, 17, you want to bid 17, Hobie 17. At 1,700, bid 17, you want to bid 17, 17, 16 and a half now, 17, you want to bid 17. Here's the buy of the day at 17. At 16 and a half, bid 17, men, do you want to bid 17, 1,700, you want to bid 17, are we all done? 1,700, 16 and a half and 17. You want them at 17. Sold them 16.50. Miller. Good eye. That's a buy. The way these cows are selling, that first calf will pay for them next year, fellas. Ooh, look at here. Good cows coming in again. 5 more. Home raised. No brands on them, fellas. They've been raised first time ever to town. What a set of cows. The kind of cows you want to buy. I don't know how you can hold back a little shot of Simmental on them. Bred to those good bulls that really grow the cows, fellas. Here's a good set of cows. Everything done. I'd like 2,500. 22, 2,000. At 2,000, but no 2, going to be 2, going to be 18, going to be 18, 1,500. Let's go. At 1,500, you want them 15, 16. At 1,500 now, 16, John, going to be 16, want now 16, 15, 16, 17. At 1,600 now, 17, you want them 17, going to be 17. At 1,600, 17, you want them 17, 16 and a half. At 1,600, bid 16, 50, you want them 50. 1,650. Now 17. Now 1,700. 1,700. You're not in. 1,700. 17 and a half. 17 and a half. Need a half. 7 and a half. 18. At 1,800, 18 big's going to be 18. Going to be 18. At 18, put them in the load. 18 going to be 18 on a good set. 18 and a half. At 1,800 and a half. Going to be half. 18 going to be 18. 15 now 19. At 1,900, 19 bigs. Do you want them at 19? At 1,900 going to be 19. 19 you want them at 19. 1875. At 18 and a half. Do you want them at 75? 1875. 1850 all numbered now 75. They go Miller, 1850 buys the good cows. Here comes his red cows. All right, fellas, here's these good cows in here. Now, I'm going to let you pull that gray cow out if you don't want her. If you just want those reds, you can. The gray cow's just a bit as good, fellas. All good home-raised cows right there, fellas. Where do you want to start them? Fancy, pardon me? I don't know the age on them at all. They're just mid-8. I'll pull that gray cow out if you want. Bred to those real good Simmental Angus bulls, fellas. They're going to start calving the 10th of March. You can take the gray or you can leave her in. Where do you want to start them and go? Who's got 2,500? 22, 2,000. At 2,000, you do two, going to be 18, going to be 18, 18, you want it 18, 1,500, and let's go. At 15, 16, 17. At 1,700, been to 17, going to be 16, going to be 17, need 17, you want it 17. At 1,600, now 17, you want it 17, 6, 17. At 1,600 and a half. At 1,600, bid 1650, you want it 50. At 1,600 and a half, how going to be 16 and a half. At 1,600, bid 1650, you want it 50. 16 and a half. Now 17. Now 1,700. Just about. 1,700. 16 and a half, 17. 1,700. 17. I'll take 1675. At 1650, 75. At 675, 17. 17 and a quarter. 17 and a quarter half. 7 and a half, 75. 75. At 70 now, 75. Do your Christmas shopping today. Give me 1775. At 70 now, 75. Need 75. Do you want to bet 75? At 1750, all in all, but now 75. 1775. 75. You bought them 1750. Lance? Langevin. Take them all, right, Lance? You bet he will. Langevin buys those good cows. Black Friday today. Call us and get it done. Sure it is. All right. Good set, same ranch, same deal, boys. They're good Duran cows, bred to those top bulls, fellas, and they're going to start calving the 10th of March. I like them. There's cows that get out and work. Where do you want to start them? Who's got 2,000 and go? 2 and start them. At 2,000, but 2 going to be 18. At 1,800, but 18 going to be 18. Going to be 1,500 and start them. At 1,500, but 15, 13, 14. At 1,300, but 14, what now? 14 going to be 13, 14, 15. At 1,500, but 15 going to be 15. Lance, do you want it? But 15, same deal. Same ranch, same home. 15, 16. At 1,500, but 16 going to be 15. Going to be 16, 17. At 1,700, 18 going to be 18. Going to be 18, 17, 18. At 1,800 going to be 18, 17 and a half. At 1,700, do you want it? But a half? How going to be 1750? Lance, do you want it? 50. 17 and a half. Here's the buy. At 1,700, 1,750, going to be 50. Do you want it? 50 and all. I'm going to be 17 and a half. Sold him your way, Kyle. 1,700. Collison buys. Thank you. 162 at 1,700. Rollin Collison. Huh? Okay. This is Diamond M. Thank you, Danny. Diamond M, we're on right now. All home-raised cows, you betcha, all home-raised. Now, these cows are on that Pfizer Gold program. Here's a good set of cows. They're going to start calving February the 12th, and they're bred to those top Black Simmental and top Black Angus bulls. Here's a set of cows that really do work, fellas. Great, great set of cows. I'd like 2,500. 22, 2,000, 2 and go. At 2,000, but 2 going to be 2, going to be 18. At 1,800, but no 18, going to be 18, 15, 16. At 1,500, but no 16, 17. At 1,700, going to be 16, going to be 17. Wanted down 17. Lance, I need 17. 16 and a half, 17. At 1,700 and a half, how going to be 17? You want about a half. At 1,700, bid 70, 90 and a half, 17 and a half. At 1,700, you want about 50, going to be 50. Calls, and I need 50. At 1,700, bid 70 and a half. Here's a set of cows, quarter half. At 17 and a quarter half. At 17 and a quarter, do you want about a half? How going to be 17 and a half. At 17 and a quarter, 17.50. Do you want to bid 50? The buy of the day, 17.50. At 17.25, all done. Bid 50. Do you want to bid 50, boys? 17.50. Collison buy 17.25. Good eye. 17.25. Bringing the heat now. That's a good set of cows. This is a good set all the way through. You bet. Here come the black cows. 4 good black cows, boys, right off the same deal. Home raised Pfizer Gold program. Start calving the 12th of February. Where do you want to start them? 2,000. At 2,000, bid to 2, going to be 18, going to be 18, 1,500. Let's start them. At 15, 14, 15. At 1,400, bid to 15, going to be 15. You want them at 15, 14 and a half. At 1,400 and a half, going to be 14 and a half. At 1,400, you want them at 14, going to be 14 and a half, 15. At 15 now, half, 15 and a half, 16. At 1,600, going to be 16, 15 and a half, 16. On the black cows, you want them at 16, 15 and a half, 75. At 15, 15 bid to 75, going to be 75. You want them at 75, 15, 75. At 1,550 and all bid to 75. Men, you want them at 75 and I have sold them 1550. They go Elliott 1550. John Elliott buys those cows. Thank you, John. Four more black cows coming. Ooh, I like this set of cows. 7 cows. What a herd there. You could build there is a good set of black mother cows right there, boys. All home raised. Pfizer Gold program, Scour Boss. They've had it all. They're going to start the 12th of February. What a great set of cows. I'd like 2,000 in this set, boys, and it wouldn't be too much. These are going to get higher. Cows like this. 2,000. At 2,000 to 2, going to be 18, going to be 18. 1,500, and away we go. At 1,500 to 15, 14, 15. At 1,400 to 15, going to be 15, going to be 15, 1 and now 15. At 1,400 down, 15, 1 and now 15, going to be 15, 14 and a half, and 15. At 15 and a half, how going to be 15 and a half? You want them to have 15 and a half. At 1,500, bid 15 and a half, you'd have now 16. At 1,600, going to be 16, 15 and a half, 75. Way better cows. 75, 16. Quarter. 16 and a quarter, big Zanidia. 16 half. 16 half, 75. 75, 17. 17 quarter. 17 and a quarter. 17 and a quarter half. 17 and a half, Doug. 17 and a half. 70 and a quarter half. 70 and a half to the right. 75. 17, 75. Now 18. 18, put them with your other cows. 18. At 17, 75 and 18. Walk them, boys. Do you want them at 18? At 17, 75 and 1800. Do you want them at 18? Going to be 18. You want them at 18, 18. Biggs buys the good cows. 17, 75. Is it to you, Jay? To you, Jay.
622, 622. Open the cross gate.
Ooh, those are nice cows, aren't they? Good cows. Fancy cows there, boys. Where do you want to start them? Bred to those good Simmental and Angus bulls. I like those cows. Who's got 2,000 right on this same herd, all vaccinated up, scour guarded, ready to go. 2,000, 18, 1,800, 18, going to be 18, going to be 18, 15, let's go. At 1,500, been to 15, 14, 15. At 1,400, been to 15, going to be 15, want to now 15, going to be 14, 15. At 1,500, do you want to now 15, going to be 15, 14, 15. At 1,500 now 15, going to be 15, 15, 16. At 1,500 now 16, going to be 15, now 16, going to be 16. At 1,500 Lance, I need 16. At 1,500 now 16, 17. At 1,600, been to 17 on a good set of cows, 17 this time. At 1,700, been to 17, 16, 17, you want them down 17, 16 and a half. At 1,600, been a hound, you want them down 16 and a half. At 1,600 down 50, going to be 50. I like this set. At 1,600 is all. Internet, you're not in. I need 1,650. At 1,600, you want them at 50, going to be 50, all on going to be 50. Landsman buys 1,600 even.
309 for Langston.
Ooh, look at those, fellas. You could start the sale. If those were the first cows to come in, it wouldn't matter. There is 5 good baldy cows. Beautiful, right off that ranch. They've been on that Pfizer Gold, Scour Boss, home raised, bred to Black Simmental and Angus bulls. February 12th, Calvin. I like them, I like them, I like them. I'd like 2,000 though. At 2,000, you do 2, going to be 18, going to be 18, going to be 18, 15, 16. At 1,500 now 16, going to be 15, now 16, going to be 15, 16. At 16, 17, want to now 17, Crookshank, what do you think, 17. At 1,600 now 17, 16 and a half. At 1,600, do you want them to have, boys, do you want them to have 16 and a half? At 1,600, now 17, 17, big 17 and a half. At 17 and a half, going to be 17 and a half. Morgan, you want to down 17 and a half. And now 18, going to be 18. Bigs need 18, going to be 18, going to be 18. Fill the truck, 18. At 1,800, but now 18, going to be 18. Bo, do you want to be 18, going to be J, 18. At 1,800, going to be 18. 70, 18, going to be 18. 1750, 1800, 75, now 1800, now 1800, 18, 18, 18 and a quarter, 1800 and a quarter to quarter, 18 and a quarter to quarter, 18 and a quarter to quarter, 18 and a quarter. I like your style. 1800 and a quarter to quarter, 18 and all done to quarter. Morgan, you got him. 1800. Morgan Grant. So tell them kids how it's done.
311, 311 for Grant.
Whose are these cocksuckers? She's out at 45. All right, boys, have a look here, and we're going to sell a pair of heifers. And where do you want to start them and go? Have a look here. Who's got 2,000? The bred Red Angus bulls are going to start calving the end of February. Who's got 2,000? At 2,000, into 2, need your 2, going to be 18, I'm going to be 18, you want about 18, I'm going to be 18, 14, 15. At 1,400, into 15, going to be 15, at 14, and now 15, going to be 15, 14 and a half. At 1,400, you want about half, how going to be half, 14 and a half. At 1,400, bit a hand, you want about half, 14 and all, going to be 14.50, anybody to quarter. At 1,400 and a quarter, do you want about a quarter, 1,400, going to be 14 and a quarter. 1,400 with a quarter, do you want about a quarter, anybody want about a quarter, 14 and a quarter. 14 and a quarter. Danny, they go your way at 1,400 even. Number will be 3. All right, boys, have a look here and sell a cow. And where do you want to start her going? This cow here, fellas, where do you want to start her? Who's got 1,200? At 1,200, she's bred Red Angus, so she's an April calver, boys. Bred to a Red Angus bull, and she's an April calver. Give me 1,500, let's start her. At 1,500, been to 15, 15 going to be 15, I'll give me 1,200. At 1,200, been to 13. At 1,200, been to 13, going to be 13. 1,200, been to 13, 12 and a half. At 1,200, been a half, how going to be at 1,200, going to be 1,250. At 12 and a half, 13. At 13 and a half, 13 and now 50, going to be 50, Nicky, 13 and a half. Internet need a half. 1,300, going to be 13, 51 and now 50, going to be 13 and a half. 1,300, anybody want about a half? How going to be out? You want about a handy half to 14. At 1,400, been to 14, going to be 14, going to be 14 and a half. At 1,400 and a half, how going to be half? 14 now, how going to be half? 14 and a half. At 1,400, anybody want about a half? How going to be handy half? 14 and a half. Willow, Wiley at 1,400. Wiley at 1,400. Sorry. Okay, boys, here you go. Big, good cows again there. Where do you want to start them and go? Right on that herd, right there. Where do you want to start them and go? These are back on some of these Tenant cows. They've got them mixed up there, fellas. These big, good Tenant cows. All right, boys, have a look here, and where do you want to start them and go? 2,000. They'll raise good calves. At 2,000, but 2, going to be 2, going to be 2,000, going to be 18, 1,800, going to be 18, it'll be 1,500, and let's start them. At 1,500, but 15, and 1 now, 15, going to be 15, going to be 15, it'll be 13, 13. At 1,300, but 13, going to be 13, and 1 now, 13. Who's got 1,300? 1,200. 13, 14. At 1,300, bid to 14, going to be 14, 13, bid to 14, going to be 14. 13, 14, 15. At 15, stay home and bid in the internet then. 15. At 1,400, bid to 15, 14 and a half. At 1,400 and a half, internet need a half. 1,400 going to be 14 and a half. At 1,400, bid a half, how going to be a half? 14 and all, don't need a quarter. 1,400 and a quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter. Do you want about a quarter to quarter? I better stay where I'm at. 1,400, 14 and a quarter. At 1,400, bid a quarter. Do you want about a quarter to quarter? Solom Robertson buys them at 1,400 and good eye. Lance Robertson. Bred Black Angus, boys. All right, have a look here. And where do you want to start them? Will, where do you want to start them and go? Have a look here. Who's got 2,000? At 2, did you 2 young, good count. 2,000 going to be 18. Second calvers, 18 going to be 18, going to be 18. 15. At 1,500 now, 15 going to be 15, going to be 15. 13, 14. What would you do? I really need some help. What would you do? Would you give me 14 on 2? No, I don't. I'm really working on it. 13 and a quarter. 13 on them all. 13 on 2. 13, 14. You take 2 or more. 13, 14. Give me 13 and a half. At 1300, he's beat me up bad here. At 1300, 13, I'm going to be 1300, going to be 1350. Anybody at a half? At 1300, going to be 13 and a quarter. At 1300 and a quarter, John, you want him at a quarter. 1300, going to be 1325. 13 and a quarter, half. 13 and a half. No, 75. 1375, Larry. 1375. At 1350, 75. Give me 75. I know you did, but I want 1375. At 1350, 75, you want them at 75, 75, 14. Now, 14 and a quarter, 14 and a quarter to a quarter, 14 and a quarter to a quarter, 14 and a quarter to a quarter, 14 and a quarter. Willow at 1400. Take them all. Okay, we'll pull the middle one then. Yeah. Let's order right here. Let's run her back. We'll need a weight on her. I was sure trying, but I didn't. It's actually Konchak did. It's all right. Let's sell. What do you give me 1100 on her? Give me 1100. 1011. I got 1,000. Yeah, but I already got 1,000. It's not a Dutch auction. We work the other way. 1011. At 10 bid 11, 11. At 10 bid 11, 11. You want them 11, 10, 50. At 10 bid 10 and a half. How can it be at 10? Going to be 10, 50. You want them at 50. Robertson gets the other cow at 1,000. They can do it out there, they said. Thank you very much.
Are you not getting a weight?
No, don't need one, I guess. Just do your own average. Just whatever works for you. Is that it, Grant? Grant, is that it? That concludes it for today. Now, don't forget, next Wednesday, we got those Beestrom cows in here. There's 150 of those black cows in here, and he's around here somewhere. Jim right here. If you want to talk to him on his cows, get a hold of Jim. There's 150 coming from that set. Danny, what else is on that on next Wednesday? Yeah, Jimmy Beestrom's. There's another couple sets of black cows. There's a herd of Bred Black Angus cows. There's going to be some really good cows next Wednesday. And a herd of tan cows. So if you're wanting good cows, they're going to be here next, and we'll be on the internet as well if you want to bid on there. They're going to be for 12 noon next Wednesday, and then Friday, Scotty Anderson's sale on all those fancy heifers, and they are good ones. If you'll want to be here next Friday to watch those Anderson heifers. But Beestrom's cows here Wednesday. It's going to be a good sale. See you then. Thanks for coming.